Good morning and welcome to the Cradle-to-Career Ad Hoc Committee for the Executive Director Review. My name is Robert Tagorda and I chair the committee. Today marks our second committee meeting, which will be run according to the Bagley-Keene Open Meeting Act as required by law. We plan to end around 12 o'clock p.m. So I'd like to welcome the other members of this committee who are with me today. Welcome to Member Payne and Member Muldauf. Next slide, please. As a reminder, the committee last met on October 4, 2023. At our first meeting, the committee developed streamlined processes and procedures that the governing board approved at the November governing board meeting. I want to commend this committee on our good work thus far during that session, and the board will now have set procedures that we can rely upon annually. For today, the purpose is to focus on the draft performance review of the executive director. Such matters will be handled in closed session today. After the meeting with the committee, the governing board will meet in closed session at the February governing board meeting to review the final performance evaluation of the executive director. Before we dig into today's work, I want to take a look at what lies in front of us. In total, there are 6 items on the agenda. Our agenda, which is posted on the C2C website, specifically notes the agenda items on which we will be accepting public comment. Today, members will be voting on one agenda item, and then we will go into closed session. Should there be anything reportable post-closed session, I'll report this out when we reconvene in open session. It's worth noting, in total, there will be 3 opportunities for the public to engage with the committee. This committee will meet again on March 13, 2024 from 10 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. to take a retrospective look at the work that the committee has concluded this year and analyze if there are any growth opportunities that can be implemented for the 2024-2025 Executive Director Review process. Okay. Establishment of quorum. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask that Mary Kate Cruz-Jones please call the roll.
Thank you. Member Muldauf?
Here.
Member Payne?
Here.
Member Tagorda?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, let's move on to the approval of the minutes from the October 4, 2023 Executive Director Review Committee meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes from members? Okay, seeing none, may I have a motion to approve the October meeting minutes as submitted?
So moved.
How about a second?
Second.
Okay, before we vote, let's pause for public comment. If you want to comment on this agenda item, please note that comments should be limited to the October 2023 committee meeting minutes. Mary Kay Cruz-Jones, can you please confirm how many people are on the line wishing to comment via Zoom?
Perfect. Thank you. If you'd like to comment on this agenda item, please raise your hand. There's a button that's located on your screen, and that will indicate to me that you're interested. I'm not seeing any folks with their hands raised at this time, but I'll give it another second just in case. Seeing no change, there's no public comment at this time. We'll close public comment.
Okay, since we have a motion and a second, let's do a roll call vote.
Member Muldauf?
Yes.
Member Payne?
Aye.
Member Tagorda?
Yes.
3 ayes.
Okay, the motion passes. Closed session. Thank you for those that have joined us for this meeting. We'll now convene in closed session to discuss the draft performance review of the executive director. This item could take up to 1 hour and 45 minutes. We hope to resume in open session no later than 11:50 a.m. At that time, we will open it up for general public comment, future agenda items, and then we will adjourn the meeting for today. So thank you very much. Let's proceed to closed session. Okay, we've returned from closed session. I'd like to thank our committee for their work today in closed session, as well as Jane from LRI, who facilitated this portion of the meeting. At this time, I have nothing to report out from closed session. As we return to open session, I'd like to establish a quorum. So Mary Kate Cruz Jones, please call the roll.
Thank you. Member Moldoff?
Here.
Member Payne?
Here.
Member Tagorda?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Excellent. We'll now move on to agenda item number 5, general public comment. This section is reserved for general public comment. So Mary Kate Cruz Jones, please walk us through this item.
If there's anyone on the line that would like to make a general public comment, feel free to raise your hand at this time. I'm not seeing any hands indicated, but we can wait another moment. So there's a button raising your hand. Seeing no hands raised, we can close public comment.
Okay, let's move on now to agenda item number 5, future agenda items. During this agenda item, we'll open it up to members, followed by members of the public. At this time, anyone can request items that they'd like to see as future agenda items. Let's start with members of the board. Any future agenda items that would be proposed by members of the committee?
No.
Seeing none right now, we'll move on to the public. Mary Kate?
If there are any members of the public that would like to request any future agenda items, please feel free to raise your hand at this time. Seeing no hands raised, we can close public comment.
Wonderful. We'll now move on to agenda item number 6, which is adjournment. I want to pause for a moment and thank everyone who've joined us today. Certainly members of our C2C team, our committee members for all of their hard work, Jane for her help with facilitation, the public for their invaluable contributions to the C2C initiative overall. Our next committee meeting will take place on Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. This will be a hybrid meeting with a location in Sacramento. So for members of the public that'd like to join virtually, this option will be available to you as well. Just note that more information will be forthcoming on the C2C website. We'll hear more about this topic next at our upcoming governing board meeting, which is on Wednesday, February 28th. So now I'd like to adjourn the meeting at 11:19 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.